Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
11. Here we go. Good.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll be touchdown after a big play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Fields on 1st down. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Hey. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Pass complete. That's Devin Duvernay. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Hey, run!
It's a design boot. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that 1st.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
11, again.
Man in motion here. 3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars hold a slim 2-point lead early. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Rush.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Here we go,
2nd and 6 now. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Here we go.
Chubb running out of the gun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go, son. Right.
Here's Fields to throw. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go, son. EQ. Out, let's go. Angel. Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. That's going to be caught by Washington. This is ahead for about 5. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Right.
Chubb on the give, headed left. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Stopped by Foye Oluoku. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Go. Here we go. Go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Oh, now a lateral, and it's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
11. Here we go, son.
Lawrence working from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
On red. Silver.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. 14-10 our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. From the 34. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Third and 4 coming up now.
Lisa 24. Red.
Lawrence now off the play action. Buying some time right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Hey.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go, son.
That's Thomas. He's got it. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Hey, run.
Lawrence to throw it. He's got it near the 8. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 2nd quarter lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3. On now is Cook to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action, Fields. Completed here to Pickens. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Fields out of the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. They're down to their final 1 in this half. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Here we go. Easy. Okay.
Another throw for Fields. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
Hey,
He'll throw it yet again. Near the sideline, Waddle's got it. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's a Steelers first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Sir, this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Here we go. We're good.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On target to Waddle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's Chubb. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on 2nd and goal. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Steelers with some work to do, trailing in this game. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
We got a mini base. Hey, Monday. Right.
On 3rd and goal, here's Fields. Buys time, rolling right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Dicker connects there. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Think right. All right, let's go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Flushed down out to his left. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Red on red.
1st down throw, Lawrence. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. It goes down as a gain of nothing on the run, and now they're left with 3rd and 14.
Rip, 23.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. One last play before the break.
Here we go, son. Chip's weird. Cut.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. Devin Duvernay to return it. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
On red.
They'll try it left with Etienne. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Hey, easy. Route.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Connection made. Travis Etienne. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Lisa 24. Red.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I can hear it now, Kate, before it even comes out of my mouth when I say anybody but a receiver or corner is the best athlete on the field. But I'm starting to really feel like these DNs in today's NFL game are the best athletes. And when you watch one chase down a play like that for negative yards, well, I'll make my case and I'll stand on that opinion.
Ready.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Here we go.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this to Etienne. Still has some space inside the 35. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Take right open. Film.
On second down, it's Etienne. He breaks the tackle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Red on red.
The give here on second. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Hey, go!
Lawrence working from the gun. This throw is caught. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. On his Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Cook to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, tonight. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Oh, he put some heat on this. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Jaguars are finally tackled on the return after taking it all the way back to the opposing 40. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Red. Silver.
They go right back to Etienne. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
Down to the 10. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Big 13 heavy. Hot.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Hey, Lion! Easy. Read him 24. Read him 24. Here we go.
ETN. And they'll bring him down after an all-right gain. It's 4 yards on the play, Brock, and now we've got ourselves a 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Cam Little getting the call on 4th down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. This is a chip shot from the left hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Steelers start with it trailing. Their postseason in jeopardy. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Taking a deep shot here. Oh, no. They get him yet again. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And the Jaguars have the football as he records his 12th INT of this season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. And I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Now give this up the middle to he takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Here we go, son. Hey, 10. Extend. 11.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickett. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Looking to throw Fields. He put some juice on a deep throat. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers now within one score in the fourth. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
All right, let's go.
Lawrence now off the play action. Headed out right. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Steelers have it, headed the other way. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers come through to tie it in the fourth. The touchdown brought it even, and this try can give them a fourth quarter lead. And he comes through on the kick to give them the lead here in the fourth quarter. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete. Here's Kirk. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Here we go.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Chased out to his right. That pass is tipped, and they'll get to it for the interception. And the Steelers have the football at what looks to be the 37-yard line. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Here we go.
Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Working quickly here. Field throwing here. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers parlay the interception into points. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers grow their lead to 8. Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Rip, 23. Silver.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Running back, motioning right. Lawrence trying again on second. Throw wheeled in by Thomas. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go.
Lawrence throwing here. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Pass complete to Duvernay. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Hey.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Offense up to the line fast. Here's ETN on the give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Here we go.
Back to throw it. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars trail by 8. They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. They'll run. ETN. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Red on red.
Sending a receiver left. ETN. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Jaguars cut it to just 2 late in the game. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. So there's part 1, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now you'd imagine comes a try for 2.
You know, Kate, this might be just as tough as the...
And that catch gets them the 2. We're all tied up here in the 4. Woo, crisis averted, Brock. They got the 2 and the tie for now at least. It looks like they have saved off the L and forced themselves overtime.
Yeah, those 2 critical words you just said right there, for now, like for right now. But there's a lot more time on that clock than this defense would care to see. They got to step up. Offense just stepped up, got the 2-point conversion. Now defense, you got to respond to send this game to overtime.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Setting up to pass. It's into the hands of Chubb. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, third down.
EQ. Up, let's go. Good eye.
Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. They got the interference call on third down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of
Here we
downs.
go. All right.
Here he is to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here we go, son. Good eye.
Now to throw. On target to Waddle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
Here we go. All right.
He'll look to throw it. Completed here to Pickens. He's got it in the red zone. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this first and goal.
Here we go. Set.
Trying to run in, Harris. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Go, go.
Back to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Rip, 23. Here we go, son.
From the 34. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Route.
They send a man in motion.
Hey, kill.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drop today. This game is over.